In this video, we'll be taking a look at all today's NBA matchups, and I'll break them all down with free winning picks so you can bet smarter and win bigger. But first, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get our picks the second they drop, because when the lines move, the early birds cash in. And if you want the full winning sport picks experience, head over to wspicks.com and check out our VIP packages, or grab a free consultation with one of our professional sports consultants for the sharpest edge you'll find anywhere. That's where the real plays live. We are your bookmaker's worst nightmare. These are the games we're hammering, the ones the books can't afford you to bet. This is Winning Sport Picks. The free picks are about to drop, and they're coming in hot. We start with Raptors versus Hornets, and this is one of those classic small road favorite setups where the market is daring you to overthink it. Toronto laying 2.5 tells you the books respect the matchup edges enough to price them as the better team, but the number is also short enough to invite Hornets money from people who just want points at home. That's where you've got to read the intention. When a line sits in this pocket, it usually means the favorite can control long stretches, but the backdoor is live if you let the game turn sloppy late. The total sitting around the high 220s tells you we're expecting pace and shot volume, but totals in this range get decided by discipline, not highlight runs. If one side forces the other to play in the half court for even a few key segments, that's when an easy over quietly turns into a sweat. So for this one, I'm trusting the side that's priced to be steadier for 4 quarters. Give me Raptors minus 2.5, and I'm going under 230. Next up, Bulls versus Pistons, and this is exactly the kind of number that separates betting because you want action from betting like a pro. Detroit laying 10.5 is the book saying we think the gap is real, but they still know the public hates double-digit spreads because they feel gross. That creates this tug of war where underdog bettors convince themselves the dog only has to keep it close, while sharp money asks the tougher question, can the dog score consistently enough to avoid the dead zone stretches where the favorite rips off a 14-2 run and it's over? With a total in the mid-230s, we're talking about a game that can get loose, but blowouts don't always mean overs. If the favorite's defense stays connected and the dog's offense stalls, you can get a comfortable cover and still land under, because the fourth quarter turns into long possessions and empty trips. I'm laying it here. Pistons minus 10.5, and I'm taking under 234.5. Now, Wizards versus 76ers, and the key here is the size of the spread compared to the expected game script. Philadelphia laying 12 is a statement line. It's not we think they win, it's we think they can win while controlling the tempo and the margin. Big favorites cover when they can build separation without needing perfect shooting, because that means the floor is stable even if the game gets weird. The risk is always the same. You dominate for 42 minutes, then the last 6 minutes turn into trading buckets and you give away the cover. That's why I like pairing a big favorite with a total angle that fits control, not chaos. With the total posted at 235.5, it's pricing and scoring, but if the favorite dictates pace and forces tougher possessions, you don't need a rock fight. You just need the game to be more methodical than the number expects. Give me 76ers minus 12 and under 235.5. Then we've got Nuggets versus Celtics, and I love these matchups because the number tells you how confident the market is in the home side. Boston laying 9.5 is not casual. We see a real advantage line, and books don't hang these unless they're comfortable taking dog money. What happens next is predictable. Bettors look at the name value and grab the points because 9.5 feels like a lot in the NBA, and it is, unless the favorite is built to win segments, and that's what you're betting here. Not the full 48 is one thing, but whether Boston can win enough 4-minute chunks to stretch the margin past that key number. Total is right at 230, and again, when totals are this tight, you're betting efficiency more than pace. If the favorite defends clean and makes the other team work late into the clock, the scoreboard can look normal and still land short. I'm taking Celtics minus 9.5, and I'm going under 230.5. Clippers versus Knicks is next, and this line is sharp because it gives you a window into who the market trusts in late-game execution. New York minus 5.5 says the books believe they're the more reliable team in the spots that decide covers, defense, rebounding, and the ability to get quality shots when the game slows down. Meanwhile, the Clippers +6 is bait for anyone who loves the idea of a good team getting points, but the NBA isn't about names. It's about how the matchup plays on the floor that night. The total sitting at 224.5 tells you this one is expected to be tighter and more physical, and in games like that, points become more valuable, which actually helps the favorite if they can grind. I'm backing the steadier profile at home, Knicks -5.5 and under 224.5. Last one, Magic versus Nets, and this is a great example of why you don't automatically grab the plus sign. Orlando -1.5 is basically the book saying, pick the winner, but with just enough tax that you need Orlando to be the team that controls the details. Brooklyn getting 2 is going to attract dog bettors because it's so cheap, but cheap dogs can be traps if they're the team that gives away possessions. The total at 222.5 is modest compared to the other games we just talked about, and that usually means the books expect some defensive resistance or slower stretches. So the question becomes, do we get a clean, efficient game that sneaks over, or do we get long possessions and empty trips that drag it under? I lean to the side that's favored to dictate how the game is played. Magic -1.5 and under 222.5. Now listen to me, those are the free picks, but the one game I am unloading on tonight, the game that's going to crush your bookie's soul, that's the VIP play of the day at WSPicks.com. This is the nuke, the hammer, the max bet, the one play I've circled, the game that will bury your bookmaker 6 feet under. When it hits, and it will, your bookie is going to need a doctor, a lawyer, and maybe even a priest. If you want to ride with me on the biggest bet of the day, get to WSPicks.com right now. Quick recap of what we're playing today. Raptors -2.5 and under 230. Pistons -10.5 and under 234.5. 76ers -12 and under 235.5. Celtics -9.5 and under 230.5. Knicks -5.5 and under 224.5. Magic -1.5 and under 222.5. This is Winning Sport Picks, where we don't just bet, we bury bookmakers. Smash that subscribe button, drop your favorite plays in the comments, and hammer that like button like you're hammering your bookie into the dirt. We're cashing, we're dominating, and tonight we're dancing on the grave of your bookmaker. Let's go!